If you notice here, we are in Premiere at this point. And what I want to do is I want to use the color correction tools that are built into After Effects that I think are superior to the tools that are built into Premiere. So Premiere has some color correction tools, as you'll see over here, but it does not have Synthetic Aperture's Color Finesse, which is a much better tool for really doing decent color correction. And so the thing is, when we use dynamic link, it's going to make it very hard to edit the clips. So when you start doing color correction, you should really think that you are done with your edit decisions. You know, you've got a picture lock essentially. Okay, so what we're going to do is, this is called trailer. I am going to go under the trailer here, and I'm going to duplicate this, so that if I ever need to go back and change this, I can do that and I still have all my clips. So I'm going to go ahead and, in fact, double click this so I am looking at that, and I'm going to close the first one so I don't make a mistake and mess up my first clip here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, you have to select all the video tracks for this to work. Okay, and so once I select the video tracks, I can go underneath File, Adobe Dynamic Link, and replace with After Effects Composition. And that's going to open up After Effects, and I'm going to say you have to name what you're going to do, because it's going to create a new project. And I'm going to say that, and take a look at what it does. Now I am in After Effects, and I have every single clip from my trailer as a separate layer. Look at that. And so now I can make any kind of change I want, and it will automatically change in Premiere. And so if I go back to Premiere, you'll see that this is all one clip right now. All right, and you'll see it says AEP, which means After Effects Project. So as you can see, this is very difficult to change. All right, so now let's go back to to After Effects, and let's go ahead and make a change. Okay, so at 46 seconds in, I'm going to work on this shot here. I'm going to use Synthetic Aperture's Color Finesse. I'm going to apply it to this clip, and I'm going to say full interface. Okay, so what I want to also point out is that if you did do any kind of color correction on while you were in Premiere, it might be a problem, because now you're going to compound the effects that you are doing in Color Finesse on top of what you have in Premiere. So be aware of that you are, I would probably recommend that if you are planning on doing this process, that you don't do any color correction in Premiere and do it all right here in Color Finesse. Okay, so let's go ahead and just go and look at what we have here. So the good thing about this tool here is, if I go ahead and make any kind of changes, I'm going to make them very obvious, so that when we change them, you can see them. But you can see here that there's a tool here to split the source, so you can kind of see before and after what it looks like. You can show the result. Here's the original source of it. Split source is the one that is often useful, but you kind of bounce around and use these for different things here. Or if you wanted to go ahead and just change some of the a little bit more subtle things, but I'm going to make it really obvious for now, so that when we go back to after Premiere, we're going to see that these changes have occurred. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and take a look at this guy, and I'm going to say OK. All right, and now you have to save it in After Effects in order for it to update automatically in Premiere. So I'm going to say Save. Go back to Premiere, and let's go ahead and find 46 seconds in, and now look at that, he is black and white. And I can always double click this, and now I can always go back to After Effects while this is still open here, make other changes. Let's go ahead and do something else really obvious. Let's go ahead and take this, let's play Color Finesse to him, and let's go ahead and load the full interface. And on this situation, I'm going to maybe change the color of him a little bit, something obvious. Okay, all right, say OK, and say Save. Now go to Premiere, and let's find that clip. And look at that, it's been updated automatically. So this is a really powerful tool. We use it all the time, and I think you should get used to using it now that we're starting to get into color correction. But you can do it for any kind of thing. If you're doing a graphic, you can open that graphic up in Premiere and then dynamically link it to After Effects and go back and forth. It's really quite very easy.